So for battle number 2, our first team leader is the Tapu Bullies, led by Zekrom365, playing for the Doctors Without Borders charity, currently in 11th place at 0-1, looking to get that record to 1-1 this week. We do see a trade that has happened from this team in the OU Mon, specifically the Ferrothorn, that has been traded out for the Hisuian Lilligant here. And the Hisuian Arcanine being 1-1 with the record so far, knocking out the Chansey last week. That Chansey is just a menace if you let it set up. We see the UU Mons of the Nidoking. The Nidoking having 2 knockouts and only 1 feint. I'm obviously 1 feint because it's only been 1 week and you can only have 1 feint. With the Hawlucha not having shown its face quite yet. And the RU Mons of this team being the Porygon Z, the Incineroar, and my Ninetales. I'm kidding, it's not mine, but I miss Ninetales, my baby. None of these Pokemon showed up last time around. We see the NU Mons of Starmie, Lurantis, and Scyther, both the Starmie and the Lurantis being at 0-1, which the Starmie, I feel, should have been able to knock out Flygon, but whatever, it didn't, that's fine. And the PU Mons of this team being, as I said to this team leader earlier, Comfey, the biggest bully of this team, the Comfey, even though it doesn't really show quite yet, but we will eventually see Comfey's potential, I know it. The Comfey being 0-1, and the Pikachu, the Kofagrigas, and the Charon being the rest of these PU Mons. I guess I miss my Ninetales. I have my Alolan, so that's okay. Their opponents for this week 2 battle is the San Agus crew, led by Javleed. Oh, I still don't know how to say this. I'm so sorry if I messed up. I should probably ask him. Playing for the Juega Terapia charity, currently in 16th place at 0-1. Looking to climb up in the rankings after an unfortunate misunderstanding of the rules last time around. Obstagoon is not 0-1. I totally messed that up. But anyway, we see... Why did I write down the wrong one? Anyway, but we see the Aegislash and the Cerulege of this team. The 2 sword wielders... I think the 2 only sword wielders besides Zacian, right? I don't know, but we see Aegislash at 0-1, and the Cerulege having not been brought yet. The Obstagoon is not at 1-1, the Obstagoon is at 0-1, and the Toxtricity having not been brought yet either. No, the Toxtricity was... Oh my gosh, I totally messed up this team sheet and I feel so bad. Obstagoon and Toxtricity were both brought last week, but they're both at 0-1. I have to remember to actually change that because, oh my gosh, I messed up. I'm so sorry. Obstagoon and Toxtricity each at 0-1. Not having a knockout last week because they were napping on the field. The Togekiss, Altaria, and Frostlass of the RU Mons. The Frostlass being brought last week and still got put to sleep. He was sleepy little icy ghost, so it did not get anything done either. The NU Mons of this team being Spiritomb, Toxicroak, and Medicham. The Toxicroak as well, just sleeping, taking a little nap there throughout the battle, unfortunately. And the PU Mons of the Galarian Rapidash, Luxray, Bastiodon, and Electivire. The Rapidash, the Galarian Rapidash, and Sleepy Boy as well. Yeah, unfortunately, looking to move past the unfortunate overlooking of the sleep clause in the rules, to hopefully get a win today. And let's hop into the starting lineups of these 2 teams. For the Tapu Bullies, we see the Nidoking that's hidden behind the new Pokemon of this team, Ferrothorn. Sleepy Boys, yes. We see that little Pikachu there, hidden behind the Comfey, the bully of this team. The bully of the Tapu Bullies. I love it. The Incineroar being brought, and the Hisuian Arcanine who is standing. Like, everyone, this whole team's dancing, the Arcanine's just like, haha. I froze. Instead, Agus crew bringing the Bastiodon, the Togekiss, the Spiritomb, Aegislash, the Cerulege, and the Medicham. Kind of two completely different teams that were brought than last week. I think last week only the Aegislash was brought. This is a completely different team that we saw last week. And for the Tapu Bullies, I don't know. I remember if you brought the Incineroar, but we have the Arcanine, Comfey, and Nidoking. But otherwise, the three other Pokemon, actually two other Pokemon, being brought for the first time. Versus Ferrothorn just being scary, being able to set up and just bonk everything. Comfey, of course, being terrifying because of the fact that it's Comfey. That's all I need to say. It's. I'm excited to see the Cerulege. Sorry, I had to take a sip of Monster. I'm just excited to see the Cerulege. Again, I don't really know too much about Gen 9 competitive, but Cerulege is, I think, one of the coolest looking Pokemon of Gen 9. So I'm assuming it battles well too, so I'm excited to see that. I'm kind of curious what Bastiodon could do, because I'm pretty sure it's a physical attack or special attacker with or is it a physical attacker? I know it has a pretty good learn set though. It has really good type coverage. I ran it in one of my mono-type rock teams, so I know it has really good type coverage. Togekiss, of course, being able to Serene Grace. Gross. Love it. Yeah, let's see what each team leads off with, and let's start off this battle. The Tapu Bullies on the left side leading with the Nidoking, and the Agus crew leading with Poltergeist, the Spiritomb, the Earth Power immediately coming in from the Nidoking, doing a lot of damage but not quite enough. Dark Pulse hitting right back, doing almost the same. The Sludge Wave being a resisted hit, and Spiritomb survives and goes to the rest to get itself to full HP. But it will be asleep for 2 turns because it doesn't have a Chesto Berry. The Earth Power coming in, doing a lot of damage again, while Spiritomb sleeps. But he goes for the Sleep Talk and lands the Dark Pulse and takes down the Nidoking while sleeping. The Comfey coming in this time around, going for the Draining Kiss and hitting right back and taking down the Spiritomb. Turn 4 and each team already down one Pokemon. Bastiodon switches in, Comfey immediately getting scared, goes out into the Incineroar, which drops the Bastiodon's attack. The Iron Head, of course, being a resisted hit from the Fire typing with leftovers and doing a little bit more recovery to that. The Bastiodon switches into Jackie Punch with the knockoff coming in through the Incineroar to knock off its Fist Plate and get the leftovers recovery back to full HP. Incineroar drops into the Ferrothorn with the Focus Punch being tightened and one-shots the new Ferrothorn of this team, but the Iron Thorns and Rocky Helmet takes this Medicham down to 6% HP. Catch-upping Joyer, the Pikachu, comes in with the Cerulege, swapping in for the Medicham. But the prediction of the Surf coming in and doing a lot of damage and outspeeding the Cerulege. Not able to see anything from the Cerulege, the Surfing Pikachu taking it down. Aegislash then comes in, goes for the King Shield to protect it from the Volt Tackle, which is the perfect move to be protected from, dropping the Pikachu's attack. The Pikachu then swaps into the Incineroar. Of course, gets the Intimidate drop with then the Aegislash swapping into the Togekiss. Sorry. The Fake Out then coming through from the Incineroar to fake out Togekiss, but Togekiss goes for a Psychic. Unfortunately, it's a Dark type, so it does not get affected by the Psychic, with the Parting Shot coming through from the Incineroar to swap into the Arcanine, which takes an Aura Sphere, and then sets up the Stealth Rocks. And the Aura Sphere coming in again, taking it down to 11% of its HP, and the Head Smash comes through, takes down the Togekiss while also taking down itself. Oh wait, I lied. Didn't take down itself. It probably has Rockhead. Bastiodon coming in, the Flare Blitz doing about half its HP. The Bastiodon going for the Earthquake and taking down the rest of this Arcanine's HP. The Incineroar then swaps back in to intimidate the Bastiodon and goes for the knockoff to knock off its leftovers. With the Bastiodon going for the Rock Slide. Super effective hit, but Incineroar just being naturally bulky tanks it really well. Incineroar then going for a Flare Blitz to take down the rest of this Bastion's HP, doing a little bit more chip damage to itself, but nothing that the Leftovers recovery can make up. Medicham comes in, unfortunately, into the Stealth Rocks and falls right to the Stealth Rocks, leaving just this Aegislash to try to defend the rest of the team. Shank coming in with the Head Smash, taking down the Incineroar with just one Head Smash. Of course, the recoil damage does quite a lot of damage to itself, with Ketchuping Joy of the Pikachu swapping back in. Sandshang's low coming through, going for the King Shield to protect itself from another Volt Tackle, so it's going to drop its attack even more. And the Volt Tackle takes it down to 15% HP. Of course, the Rocky Helmet and the recoil damage is enough to take it lower. And the Head Smash comes through. Head Smash taking down the Pikachu, but it is going to fall itself, leaving just this Comfey, who's not going to be swapped out, but the Comfey being the only Pokemon to survive on the Tapu Bullies team. The San Agus crew having a much better showing this time around, unfortunately falling to its own recoil damage. Really exciting battle. Congrats to the Tapu Bullies getting their record to 1-1. The San Agus crew definitely not going down without a fight, showing us how they want revenge from last week. A very good battle between these two.